An Introduction to Principles of Morals. Decoding the Principles of Morals. Introducing the core subject of our discourse today, a crucial analytical approach to understanding moral and legislative principles dating back to 1780. Historical context. Originally printed in 1780, this text provides a glimpse into the evolving foundational concepts of our moral and legislative framework. By setting the historical stage, the audience can better understand the evolution of these principles and their relevance today.
Who is Jeremy Bentham? Jeremy Bentham is a philosopher and jurist, foundational to the study of modern utilitarianism and the intricacies of law. Bentham defined as the fundamental axiom of his philosophy the principle that it is the greatest happiness of the greatest number that is the measure of right and wrong. Known today for his moral philosophy, especially his principle of utilitarianism, which evaluates actions based upon their consequences. Pleasure, pain, motive, and disposition. It ought to have given a similar analysis of not less extensive, though much less determinate, ideas annexed to the terms of emotion, passion, appetite, virtue, vice, and some others, including the names of the particular virtues and vices. Our basic sensations of pleasure and pain significantly influence our actions and choices, making them essential considerations in legislative principles. Highlighting the core human experiences that underpin much of our decision making and, by extension, our legal systems. Every legal system aims to reward or deter behaviors, and understanding the fundamental drivers of human action, such as pleasure and pain, is crucial. By integrating these concepts, legislators can devise more effective, empathetic, and responsive laws that mirror society's expectations and objectives. Exploring emotions in law. Human emotions such as emotion, passion, and virtue play a pivotal role in legal interpretations and in shaping societal values that influence legislation. This speaks to the human aspect of law, emphasizing how our emotions and values shape legal standards.
Civil law versus penal law. While civil law sets societal standards and rights, penal law upholds those standards by addressing violations and administering justice. Differentiating the preventive and corrective roles of the two primary branches of law, showcasing their symbolic relationship. The role of penal law. Penal law serves a dual role, reflecting societal values and serving as a deterrent to behaviors considered detrimental to societal harmony and justice. Expanding on a penal law's essential functions in maintaining societal order and reflecting collective values. Structuring the principles. Understanding legal principles requires a structured approach, from recognizing offenses to grasping their implications and the logic behind their consequences, highlighting the necessity for systematic learning and comprehension in the realm of legal principles. Essence of the work. This text serves as a foundational guide, shedding light on the intricacies of morals within legislation, crucial for drafting informed and effective penal codes. Emphasizing the publication's core role as a guide for those venturing into the complexities of morals and law.
Practical implications. Beyond its rich academic content, This work serves as a real world manual, offering clarity on offenses and providing a benchmark for genuine versus misconceived violations, stressing the real world applications of these principles, indicating their significance beyond theoretical discussions.
Confronting challenges. While the subject's vastness presents a daunting landscape, embracing its complexities with patience and an analytical approach will yield rich insights. Acknowledging potential difficulties, but emphasizing the rewards of persistence and analytical thinking. The road ahead. The future promises deeper explorations across various facets of legislation, from the intricacies of finance to the strategies and tactics in the political realm, providing a forward looking perspective, setting the stage for expansive future discussions across multi faced areas. Vision for the future. Envision a comprehensive legal framework that's not just theoretical but dynamically responds to real world situations, ensuring justice and equity. Crafting a compelling picture of the potential future of legislation and the holistic benefits it can bring to society. Navigating barriers. While challenges are inevitable, from fragmented laws to the fluidity of societal norms, they present opportunities for growth, refinement, and innovation in the legal sphere, turning challenges into opportunities, emphasizing continuous growth and adaptation in the field of law. Twofold logic. Striking a balance between understanding, cognitive, and will action driven is paramount in crafting laws that are well informed, actionable, and resonate with societal needs, underlining the necessity of a holistic approach to lawmaking that harmoniously blends cognition with action. The complicity of truth. Legal principles offer layered societal truths. To decode them requires a confluence of patience, perspective, and a willingness to delve deep into intricate nuances. Reinforcing the intricate and multi-faced nature of truths in law and the requisite mindset for effective exploration. Shaping society. With unwavering dedication and a thirst for understanding, we are empowered to craft a legal system where morals and legislation synergize to foster a just and inclusive society, emphasizing the potential transformative impact of a well structured legal system on society at large. Gratitude and hope. As we conclude, let's remember that each engagement, each discussion, brings us closer to our shared vision. Together, we are paving the way for a world rooted in justice and morality. Wrapping up with a message of hope, unity, and a call to a collective action, inspiring all to work towards a just world.
Principles of legislations. It ought rather to have included matters belonging exclusively to the civil branch than matters more particularly applicable to the penal, the latter being but a means of compassing the ends of proposed by the former. It ought to have exhibited a set of propositions which have since presented themselves to him as affording a standard for the operations performed by the government in the creation and distribution of propriety and other civil rights. The following then are the titles of the works by the publication of which his present designs would be completed. First, Principles of Legislation in Matters of Civil, more distinctively termed Private Distributive or for shortness, Distributive Law. Second, Principles of Legislation in Matters of Penal Law. Third, principles of legislation in matters of procedure, uniting in one view of the criminal and civil branches, between which no line can be drawn but a very indistinctive one, and that continually liable to the variation. Fourth, principles of legislation in matters of reward. Fifth, principles of legislation in matters of public distributive, more concisely as well as familiarly termed constitutional law. Sixth, principles of legislation in matters of political tactics, or of the art of maintaining order in the proceedings of political assemblies, so as to direct them to the end of their institution by a system of rules which are to the constitutional branch, in some respects, what the law of procedure is to the civil and the penal. Seventh, principles of legislations in matters of betwixt nation and nation, or, to use a new though not inexpressive application, in matters of international law. Eighth, principles of legislation in matters of finance. Ninth, principles of legislation in matters of political economy. And tenth, plan of a body of law, complete in all of its branches, considered in respect of its form, in other words, in respect of its method and terminology, including a view of the origination and connexion of the ideas expressed by the short list of terms, the exposition of which contains all that can be said in a propriety to belong to the head of universal jurisprudence.
The final conclusion. As we navigate the maze of morals and legislation, it's imperative to recognize our role in this evolving journey. Bentham's work serves not just as a reflection of his era, but as a beacon for ours. By understanding, questioning, and evolving these principles, we ensure that society is not just governed by rules, but underpinned by justice, fairness, and human dignity. The onus is on us to translate this knowledge into actionable wisdom, ensuring that our legal and moral compasses always point towards a just and progressive society.
Capping off today's report, we've navigated through significant data and developments. The information presented serves as a cornerstone for our next steps and decision. We appreciate everyone's engagement and patience as we sifted through these details. Thank you.